Good morning, everyone. Hey, Derek. Hey, Russell. Hey, Susie. Said hi to everybody else. Thanks for being here with me this morning. Uh, have a little quote for you today. But the title of today's meditation is Remove the Veils from My Heart. Rumi wrote, "The ego is the veil between humans and Allah. The only thing that stands in the way between me and God is me. I'm in my own way. Not me personally, but me egoically. When I talk about the loss of the egoic self, I don't mean the end of my self-identity. What I mean is at the end of the attachment to my self-identity. That's what the silent meditation practice, Kriya practice also, that's what it creates. One needs a strong ego to achieve such a thing because one has to use the ego against itself. That's what the prayer word and the breath is all about. That's what the focus is all about. The strength of your own mind against itself. But it's not against itself like a boxer in a boxing ring. It's more like against itself in get out of the way of the coming force. Much more about taking the energy that's coming at you and diverting it around you. It's not fighting straight on. It's using the mind to focus in the prayer, to focus in the single word, maybe a small sentence that you use, and your breath in order to circumvent, to push aside all the other thoughts by focusing on the one thought. And that takes strength. But the crazy part of this is that it actually develops strength too. Just like regular exercise. The more you exercise a muscle, the stronger it becomes. The more you exercise your egoic mind in mental focus and breath, the stronger that becomes, the more you're able to become non-attached. So conversely, contradictorily, it takes a strong ego, a strong self to defeat the self. I haven't lost my egoic self in this process that I've been on. I described it as live as a monk in the world, live as a contemplative in the world. I haven't lost my ego in the process. I've lost my attachment to it, that it is actually me, which it isn't. That's what happens in long practice. In the listening practice, one begins to hear the truth that the veil is just a veil, and it can be lifted off and lifted off. It's a layer of veils, actually. It's not just one. It's layer after layer. Well, my purpose here every single time is to help you on your journey because it's really about you and your connection to the divine interiorly so that you can have a connection this way and also this way to humanity and the world around you. Hey, Bob in Illinois and Rowan. And oh, yes, we have our friend Gektek with, I still don't know what Voom.red. I looked it up. I found a rock band. Anyway, Ursula. Hi, Ursula. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad you're all here. Hi, Tiffany from Maine, and I know Ursula's in Maine too. So let's begin with 3 ohms, and then we're going to go right into our centering prayer practice. Hey, Maggie from Glasgow. Yeah, I learned something before we do this. I learned something yesterday. I'm always learning. I'm trying to always learn. I learned yesterday that the well, I guess I learned it on Sunday from Glenn, the power of the practice of oral chanting. He chanted along with a video on YouTube he found where, and I've listened to this video, it's great actually, where they chant Om again and again and again. The verbalization of the chant trains the mind to be able to better access the silence, because your mind doesn't wander when you're actually speaking out loud. You're paying attention to the voice, which is a problem when you're actually meditating without chant. Am I making sense there? I'll think about how to say this better. But anyway, let's get right to the meditation. Thanks. Good morning, Anna. Hi, Kendall. Hey, Nadine. Good morning, everybody. We're just about to begin. I'm going to grab my mask. We have a big crowd here today, 24 people. Excellent. Thank you. And thanks for liking the video too, and subscribing and all that stuff that we have to do to make this whole thing work. So here we go. Hi, Jennifer. We begin with 3 ohms. 1, 2, 3. And then we go into our meditative practice. Here we go. Oh, you know what I didn't do? No, you don't. I didn't set my timer. And I'm going to go into airplane mode first. Go to clock. Go to timer, 20 minutes. Oh, one last word before we begin. Sorry about yesterday. You probably got the email about, if you're a subscriber to my email list, I had car trouble yesterday. That's why I missed the Zoom group, meditation group. It's a funny story, but you'll have to read about it. All right, peace and love. Let's dive into this. 3 ohms to begin. Oh, breathe into your belly. Fill your lungs in the ohms, and the centering prayer practice. If you haven't done this before, pick a word, follow your breath, breathe into your belly. Here we go. Relax. Meditate. Center. You may slowly open your eyes. Takes a little time to adjust. Come back. Thanks for joining me here this morning. What a way to start a day. Or for my friends in Europe, what a way to have a middle of a day or an evening. How about this Rumi quote also? The impersonal life in the 1914 book said to be channeled from God, available at Christ Mind Info. I don't know that book. The impersonal life. Thanks, though. That guy was porn link posts. Okie dokie. Thanks, Catherine. I knocked off one of his quotes here. I think I'll do that. And that. And that. Well, everyone, thanks for being here today. It's okay to fall asleep, Diok. It's okay. If you fall asleep, it's because you're tired. And it's good and restful. So no problem. Lucia, it was a girl. What was a girl? Nikita. Anyway, peace and love, everybody. Thanks for being here. And hey, Russell, I'll see you all soon. Oh, named Nikita, the Russian. Oh. Well, I hope she comes back and talks. Peace and love, everybody. Talk to you soon. See you Sunday.